What's up, everyone? We're coming back to you with another Creeper World 4 daily challenge. Today we have the daily challenge for December 9th, 2024. Getting close to the end of the year here. As you can see, we have, looks like 4 emitters, a blob nest, 3 spore launchers, a stash, a skimmer, and a dark tower. We also have a lot of creep guidelines, so it's going to be a little bit rough trying to work through that, but we do have some good starting areas. So what I'm going to try to do is I think I'm going to start over here just to get a rough outline of how I want to set stuff up, just to make sure I have the room for it. So let's give that a try. Let's get some starter towers going before we even start the original build. And then let's press play. Let's get into it real quick. We're going to try to do this all in one go. This will be the first time I've given this a try. So let's get the tower there. I want to get a miner here and a miner here. Building 2 in a row is kind of risky. We'll be coming real close, it looks like, on that wave. But I do want to at least hold here, try to get up here and kind of set up maybe some snipers to deal with those skimmers and the blobs. But we do need to get turrets set up first. So we're going to do that. We are also going to build a mortar or 2. Let's get another miner down and 2 snipers. If we get this up and running, we should kind of be at an okay spot power-wise. If we get the factory down, that's also going to give it to where we have protection from the blobs, which will be very nice. We are at a deficit right now, but I think once we kind of chill out with the building, I think that should make it a lot easier. Let's get another sniper on this corner. And then I'd love to fit... I would love to fit this in here to maybe get some extra mine production, since right now we're going to be a little bit tight on our energy production. So far it looks like we're holding. What I do see, though, is we do need to get this red on. So let's... There's no point in having missile launchers without actually being able to fire anything. So we're going to build a turret down here. And our main goal is going to just be to drag it over and plant it. So let's get him there. And we are able to collect, which is nice. Alright, so that first wave started. Looks like we were able to hold it back pretty well, so I will take that. Earn ports ready. Let's get energy production, mine production, and fire rate. That's going to help us a lot. Let's also get another 2 mines going. As soon as those are built, I'm going to build probably 3 or 4 more turrets here. That's 1. That's 2. Okay, let's get a turret here. And here, let's hope that can hold off for a second. And it looks like we're able to hold. Let's get these moved up just a bit. These mortars are going to go here. We'll probably put 2 more mortars. And then now we can really start to kind of push. Let's get you guys spread out a little bit more. That's great for us. That, unfortunately, is not great. Let's get him moved over here, because we are getting a lot of push. It looks like a missile might have landed over here. You guys will tell me in the comments if it did, because I did not see it, unfortunately. But that is okay. Let's get another 2 snipers set up. I do worry about being overpowered early on. based on just all of the skimmers putting me completely out of service. Let's also get another missile launcher. Now, space is going to be an issue on this one. What I might try to do is once I'm pushed out through here, I might try to level this out and get a runway going so that we can be bombing back here. But I don't know for sure. I'm gonna see how all this kind of plays out before we make any big decisions like that. All right, so let's grab our towers. We're gonna walk it up again. We're gonna place these turrets a little farther up. What I do need though is I do need a few more turrets. I set that up. It's a very tough push on my part. Should have been a little bit less aggro, but that's okay. We definitely have ways of fixing this. Perfect. So let's try that again. Maybe less intensity with the initial knock. Up here, we're doing pretty good. It looks like we are capturing that. So what I can do is I can start really trying to just cut off this entire opening. I'm thinking about it. I don't know why I put the missile launcher down there. I do want to move it up. Alright, so that skimmer could have spelled a lot of disaster for us, but it's okay. We're gonna move our snipers up. Let's also get one of our mortars over here, just so we can start. I would love to get this cleared out, cut off right here, and then cut down. Just have a nice wall. If not, that is okay. We'll adapt. This game's all about adapting to the present circumstance. Let's get that tower built. We're going to move this one up. Once again, I was doing a little bit aggro, it looks like. Yeah, just a little bit farther than we are essentially allowed to go. Let's hope this sniper takes him out pretty quick. It's going to fall. Not going to knock out anything, which is great. Missile launcher is going to stop those. Sniper is going to stop all the blobs. Perfect. All right. Let's move up some more. If we can get this captured, it'll be very nice for us. I think that's going to be kind of our main first step. Looks like it's doable. Let's get him moved here. Let's get a turret. Let's get a tower there. And then let's walk these up again. Is that too aggro? We'll see. Perfect. Okay, once again, let's get this sniper. I want to get this sniper right up in it. Same thing with this up here. I really can't afford for those skimmers to get by us too much. If that lands, it's going to be disastrous, but I don't think it will. Okay. All right, perfect. So next, let's try to get stuff moved around so I can get that energy. I also need to look at getting a refinery set up. Let's sit him right in there. And then we can put this down here. This turret's not doing much parked up there, so we'll move it down. And then our goal is we're just going to try to cut off this entrance. There's a big old wave, it looks like, that overpowered it, but we will be fine. Let's move these up. Once again, let's get that mortar pushed up as well. And let's just try to push this creep back as much as possible. That one's going to come real close. Got a little bit of creep bleed through. It's not gonna burn itself out, which is unfortunate. So let's reconnect again. As you can see, without snipers, that kind of stuff getting through can really be detrimental. I'm not going to arm these. Honestly, I don't really see a point. I might take advantage of this one real quick just to get towers and turrets down. But after that, I will probably unpower it. I might want to look at a rocket option. It does depend on how long this is going to take. The nice part, honestly, I didn't notice it until just now. We do have a spawner wall. If we're able to get anti-creep on that, it's going to start pushing anti-creep out. So what I might try to do then, I think my main focus is just going to be pushing up this line to get back to this as quick as possible. And really just start pushing anti-creep, especially on all of this creep mesh. I think it's going to be essential to do. God, this is really... It's not going super fast, which is nice for us. So yeah, let's try doing that. Because I think that'll just kind of be one of the easier win conditions for us. While we're planning that, let's get our little nook carved out. And really, we're doing actually pretty well, especially up through here. We're gonna have to start destroying all those eggs, and this sniper really needs to start putting in some more work, but it's okay. We'll move him right there. There we go. That's what we need. We need those eggs to start being killed. I didn't realize I was on the mesh right there. I must have been just a breath on it, but that's enough for it. Alright, so let's move him up. Let's get our mortar going as well. Let's get another turret going. And I think we might be able to just push all the way through. While that's going, what I probably am going to do is I'm probably just going to terraform all of this up to the same height. Control C. Let's get all of this going. Just want to try to get as much down for energy production as I possibly can. Get a turret. Yep, awesome. And we're getting to the point now where I'm probably going to have to get a pylon network through just to make sure that we're transferring energy fast enough. We do have a good amount. Our generation is fantastic right now. So let's see what else we can do with this. Let's see if we can get up here. Want to get a sniper, 2 mortars, and a cannon. And if we can take control of this line through here, we'll kind of be set for a while. We can kind of focus on everything else. Alright, so as you can see, we've kind of bled this one out pretty well. I don't understand why it's gone down so much, but I'm not going to complain. The real question I have is if I'm going to be able to get a nullifier to work this far down. It's going to have to be real close, which makes me uncomfortable. So maybe what I can do is I could try to get up on here and do it from there. There's a lot of creep coming through, but I think we'll be fine. Yeah, that'll last. Alright, cool. So we have energy up here, which means we can start building along that line. Let's get these built down here. Ooh, it's gonna come close. Perfect. Okay. Cool. So let's try to think about this. Let's first start with a pylon network. Let's get pylons going to these. And then one running along essentially our first line of defense. Get this move down here. We'll get these turrets moved. And I think with our firepower that we have, we should be able to completely cut that off over there. Terraformer's going to town, which is nice. Let's get our mortar moved. It's not doing anything on that side anymore. I'm not going to waste my time. Let's also turn the supply off for this. It is no longer needed, so I'm not going to waste any of the green R that I have on it. Oh, same thing with this one. I didn't turn it off. Oh, the supply's off. Let's just turn the entire unit off. Guess it's not having to block anything, so it's not using any supply. If I can get another cannon up through there, I should be able to get a nullifier down and have it hold. It's going to be a lot. There's a lot of creep that's existing through that. But if we're able to do it, that would save a lot of just dealing with the skimmer. I think overall the skimmer is probably my worst nightmare in this game. It has such a tendency to just stop all progress if it gets a good enough hit. And since we're spreading out so much, I am going to get another sniper set up, and then I'm also going to set up another missile launcher. While those are being set up, let's move a power line down here. I want to start clearing this out so that this energy is safe to use. Let's also get 2 more terps down. And we're going to terraform. Let's take this level and take it all. And then let's take this one. There we go. And we'll try to get all of that leveled out for us. There's no power going to that. That's why it's not going to be building. I can also just build my power through here. Let's just try to get as much extra power as we can. I'll build another terp real quick just to speed this up, because I am going to have to start building a lot of blueite. I'm surprised that a missile got through there, but it's a quick cleanup. And then just for security cases. Okay, cool. We got a nullifier on that. So now we need to start working up to this. Our sniper range is a little bit short to do that. I don't have any additional ones. Let's turn that off. If I could get that, I could increase our range, which allow the sniper to hit those better. If I move this up, is it going to be able to hit those? Let's find out. No, because we are too low on the ground. Let's try to set up a little... Let's just try to set up a little invasion real quick. I'll try to send those 6 into here once all this kind of chills out a little bit, and see if we're able to keep those. That is going to be a little bit close to that creep, so I'm curious if that's going to start taking damage because of it. If it does, we'll move it, obviously, but looks like it's fine. So let's take these. Let's get them set up over here. My main goal with this is I want to blow up those eggs as quick as possible, just to kind of get any of all that potential creep out of the way. It makes it hard to climb up this mountain here when we have all of that potentially dangerous bits. Cool. No worries. So, what we've learned from that is that it's doable. So what we'll do this time, we'll kind of set in the same setup. Only this time, see how there's no additional eggs. We should be able to get a tower set up. Honestly, I might be able to do it like this. Alright, so what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to just set up a few tower turrets right here. That's unfortunate. Just timing-wise, I didn't do this super well. And really, I'm going to move him back. I don't want him taking any unnecessary damage. What I can try to do, let's get some more mortars in here, and let's see if we can clear this up a little bit more. Turrets have a very hard time firing straight up or onto any higher surfaces. Over here, we're looking great. Let's just clean up our terraforming just a bit. Get that last spot. That one's looking good. This is all looking good except for that one spot. The reason why is there is a tower down there. Let's destroy it. And now we should be able to terraform that, make it complete. And it looks like we did. Cool. So now let's... About to burn a bunch of extra energy, but it is going to be worth it. That's unfortunate how that worked out, but it is what it is. So there's going to be a lot going in there. This is going to be probably a lot of our blueite is going to be built up through here. Maybe I can turn. Yep, cool. Let's do that. All right. And just wanted to connect them. Let's get a mortar up here real quick. I just want to try to take out this last little bit of creep. I just don't want to... I just don't like the way it looks, honestly. Let's see if we can get these moved up. Now that that's taken care of, we can move these back down. I am worried. This is a pretty deep gulch. So I'm hoping that this kind of puts in a lot of work to that. If this gets cleared out, I can put turrets right through there, and we should be fine. Alright, energy is being made. We're going to turn all of these into blueite. And then... Oh, missed it. That should start really getting us... I didn't know you could do that. Okay, cool. So that's a fun little thing I just learned after 400 hours of this game. Makes it a lot easier. So we're gonna be able to switch those over. I'm gonna get rid of both of those. I have no reason for them anymore. All right, let's see what we can do. Our next option, we can try to get something going over here. We're not going to have much room, so I don't like that tower placement. Let's put it there. And if the blob doesn't destroy it, perfect. Let's see if I can get this over there and start clearing out this area. It's taking damage, that's unfortunate. Okay. No worries. I think we're going to try another invasion plan. See if we can get anything down real quick. Or what else I could do is probably get a pylon to work. Yeah, with all those having no energy, they're not going to be able to do anything. Alright. Plan number 4. Let's see if we can get... Let's see if this turret can hold out It can, in fact. Well, that's going to come close. If we move this mortar up, it should be able to help. There we go. Okay. Alright, so that's a start. So, let's get our little invasion party set up again. But yeah, if I can get a nullifier right there, it's going to take out... Going to be able to take out both of those, which will be very nice. Alright, so let's set them up like that. And then we should be able to get a turret right up on that corner, honestly. Looks like our timing's going to be pretty nice. Yeah, there we go. Now, if we can just get this tower built fast enough to start supplying them with energy, that will work for us. Cool. And then let's spread them out just a bit. That's going to become a problem really fast, so I do want to get... We want to get that set up. It's just going to constantly be dropping eggs out on us and melting it down. So if we can get... We can just manage life bars on it. If I can get one more back, that should manage. I think that'll survive. Cool. So then, as soon as that one's taken care of, we'll try to get another pylon set up to get energy going through here. Perfect. These eggs are going to be the next issue. I'm going to try to get one of my mortars over here. Let's get a mortar, and then if we have any additional snipers, let's move those up. I want to clear this out so that the eggs start blowing up, just like that. Okay. Apparently something got through up here. Which is very unfortunate that it holds for so long and then randomly just starts exploding. But not the end of the world. Now we are inching closer and closer to this. So what we can do, let's just try to speed it up a little bit, and we'll just plant a bunch of mortars up here. Those will start taking out this surrounding area. While that's happening, we'll get 2 more mortars set up here. I guess we'll put him here. Okay, cool. Let's push up here. As you can see, that creep mesh is really hard to break through. It is so thick and dense that it's almost impossible to break. What we do need, though, is let's get 3 mortars there. These can be moved around, and as you can see, they're already shredding through all this. If we can, let's try to get him down here. He is going to be able to survive, which is great. And there's 1 egg left. Once that egg is taken care of, well, that's unfortunate for us. We did lose that little hold, but it will be all right. Like I want to do, we're going to try to get all this done in one run, failures and all. So let's get our mortars set back up. We have more than enough energy to be able to account for these losses. As you can see, we're maxed out on all resources right now. So really, if I wanted to, let's get rid of that energy. Let's move this over. And we're going to terraform this real quick. We're going to make this a nice, open, squarish area. Might have some airborne plans to put in there. Who knows? Let's get that set up. We're going to put this turret here. And really our main goal, we want to get into here, start doing anti-creep on this, and then try to move up. That is our objective for now. This turret I can probably put right there, and that should have no problem staying alive. Let's see if I can get... These pylons are not wanting to work super well. Let's get him set up here, and this guy is causing us problems. Okay, cool. So that should be enough. And then... while that's happening, we can move him up. Let's see if we can get our mortar to start working on there. If not, we'll just drop down there and start taking stuff out. I don't have really any fear that we wouldn't be able to handle that. Perfect. And then let's build 2 sprayers. These are going to be really the heavy lifters of this run. Because what we need to do is we need to cut off this mesh network from over here. If we can do that, it's going to open this up for us, which will be very nice. Going to be kind of a big point of contention for us. All right, those sprayers are going to town. What we're going to do is we're looking for this fog kind of mist area to get over onto this. And once that's ready to emit, we have anti-creep growing. So this is our anti-creep number. This is the total creep number. We're going to try to get this to start rising up. You don't see it right now, but at the bottom of this, there is a little gray line. And over the course, if you watch, you'll see that line get bigger and bigger, and you'll watch the creep level go more and go down faster and faster. And essentially, our main goal is going to be to use this spawner to just start running and taking over the map. It's not much now, but it is going to build up. Like, as you can see, we're already kind of holding at 650. Now that we have that set up, let's get kind of funky with it. We have 360 lithic. We're not charging any of our totems with it, so we should do something with it. I vote we build a rocket. So let's get that building. Once that's built, we're going to start putting lithic into it and launching them. Once we have enough, we'll have a few different options of what we can do with them. Until then, it's going to be kind of an in the background thing for us. Until then, we're going to just kind of keep trying to push. I want to keep very close to this back wall. My main goal is just going to be to kind of push along that as much as possible, get as much creep, much anti-creep fog through there. Gonna build these towers a little bit faster. Okay, so as you can see, that anti-creep has already gotten up to the top of this hill. That was an unfortunate placement for them. We'll build that tower real quick. We'll get some snipers set up to prevent that from happening. But do you see how this is already kind of flooded with anti-creep? We're already at 3k worth. So it's going to just keep building waves out, and it's going to start melting away at this, which will be great for us. While that's working, let's build a few more. Let's build a surrounding electrical line. And then with that, let's start moving our boys over here. They did their hard work to get us to the back line. So let's just start having them push. I want to try to get kind of close to the stash, really. But I guess I would imagine right now, not I would imagine, I know. Right now our goal is I want to cut off this emitter. That's a huge problem for our anti-creep right now. So if we can get that shut off, that'll help a lot. Let's get another sprayer up here. Now, there's a good chance I'll probably lose this turret. It's very hard sometimes to get your first initial invasion on this creep mesh. It might hold out, especially with that anti-creep helping, but I'm not really holding out too much hope. Let's get this set up. Let's move these guys down. I think it's finally time that we start really kind of collapsing in. All right, perfect. Now, where are we at on our rocket? The rocket is built, and it is getting charged up. It's about... Yep, see, there's one launch, and then right over here, we're going to get a little drop down. So for damper, what it'll do is if we place that down, it's going to essentially kind of knock out a bunch of creep, but that's it. It's just kind of one clear knockout. Singularity, what it's going to do is if we land it, kind of like the stash, it's going to collect a bunch into one pillar. Very useful if you combine it with a few different things that we'll get to later. I definitely will have a chance to show you. Rain, which we don't have unlocked, it's a good kind of like an orbital fire. A bunch of bombing runs on it, and it's going to clear out a bunch for us. And then conversion is going to work very much like our anti-creep spawner. It's going to drop an anti-creep mine, essentially, and it's going to convert all of it to anti-creep. With that being said, if it is surrounded by creep, it's going to get knocked out pretty quick. So, we like to combine that with Singularity to collect everything into one ball and then convert it all to anti-creep. Usually with that combo, it knocks out a good portion. So, we'll see what we can do with that. But for now, we really just need to get over this hump. It's really this wall right here of creep mesh that's getting in our way. So let's see if we can move some mortars up. That being said, let's also get our sniper up. I want to kind of make sure that we can camp this blob nest. That way anything that does come out, we knock out pretty immediately. Not to neglect this side. Let's move this turret up. I want to try to get these cleared in front so that we can have kind of an artillery line in front of it. Let's get two mortars set up, have those start firing. That should help clear out. This is going to be kind of our big problem. But I think once we get this knocked out, the blob nest, the dark tower, these eggs will start getting knocked out, but I think with enough anti-creep, shouldn't be an issue. As you can see, it's really piling up over here. We're at 5k now. As soon as I can really start getting it over on here, that's when it's going to become too much for the game to keep up with. And then we are getting very close to that buried urn, which is what we need. Let's get a few more. Let's get a few more cannons built. As soon as those are built, I want to get those in a line up here. I have a few extras right now, so let's see if we can get... see if we can get them going. If we can, that's going to give us a nice little defense line. That's annoying that those aren't connected. That I have to build. this little ridge real quick. Cool. With that going, let's get this moved down. Let's get this mortar here. And then maybe we can drop down into this, I guess, cliffside bottom. I don't know. I think that'd be the best way to say it. Probably a specific word. But we can drop down there, and we can get that buried urn. So let's get a terp. Let's get a power pole there. And really, I feel like I feel pretty confident with our fire rate and our control of the board right now. We can just clear this out by hand. Let's get another tower down. I put it in a very awkward spot. Will it survive that? It will. Barely, but it will. Let's get that put down. And then I'm gonna do a really fun thing where I'm gonna look away. I'm gonna let it do its thing. Can't think about it. Perfect. So as you can see, we have made it through that creep mesh. We did lose both of those in one fell swoop, which is annoying. But I don't think it's going to be the end. We're blowing up over here too. Looks like we might have lost a tower, it looks like. So nothing monumental. Annoying, but nothing monumental. Let's get that moved up. It's going to be a tight position for it. Honestly, I'd love it being right there. And then we can move this turret up. This mortar can go farther up. This tower can go there. More power. And we'll see how that goes for a second. While that's doing that, let's connect through here. That way, we don't have power running all the way up and around. We just make it easier for it. Okay, snipers are putting in work, so let's move our turrets up. We want to try to be quick with this. I want to try to circle this pretty fast. We have no energy going to that, which is a problem. I still have my sprayer over here, which is nice. We have more than enough anti-creep. So that's always good for us. Let's move our turret up here. And then let's just build a few more turrets. Let's have a little stockpile ready for us back here. And we're ready to make our push. But yeah, we're going to try to push up and around. Get right up on this blob nest. Nullify it real quick. And then we can take that over. Once again, let's get a pylon. Unfortunate. Had a little bit of an incursion from those blobs, but we'll just move our sniper down on top of this area. I guess it's the only way to defend it half the time. Alright, get more pylons set up. We can use another turret there. Is it going to blow up? Yeah, it is. So let's try our best for right now. We can start moving these guys up. Because I do want to try to start really getting going with this. We are an hour and a half in. I think not real time, obviously we've sped up, but I do want to try to finish this relatively quick. Alright, perfect. Those snipers are doing great. That's unfortunate, but we have so much anti-creep that it really doesn't matter, apparently. I didn't realize that we had that much that we were sitting on top of. Let's get our sprayer put up here. And if we can just get pushed up enough to... If we can just get pushed up enough to have the anti-creep connect, we're going to be golden. I need this nullifier to go before this blob does, but it's going to be very tight energy-wise. But we'll give it a go. So as you can see, it is taking over that crest, which is nice. The emitter's nullified, so all this creep mesh is going to start drying out. That, as you can see, that's died out to like nothing. And put the sprayer up there, the turret. A lot more there than I expected, but we do have anti-creep on there now. So, awesome. We are getting close. As you can see, we're starting to build a lot of anti-creep. Now that that's gone, let's get a beacon built up so we can start moving towards this dark tower. I want to start moving towards the dark tower. I want to get this entire back wall hit, and then we can move in, cut all this out, and really just be done with it. We have another urn available. We're going to do fire range with this. That's just going to make it to where we're going to have a lot more abilities with our snipers, especially now that we don't need them anymore. Super effective to get that after you have taken care of a lot of the things that the snipers are susceptible to. Also, as you can see, we're getting really low on Greenar, so let's get two more refineries set up, because we are using all of it on our rocket launches. We do have 10 in the bank, which is nice, but we want to be able to power other things with like our beacons and things like that. So we're going to start pushing in on this. And as you can see, with the amount of anti-creep that we have, we're really just putting a turret up, clearing that, like pushing all of the creep down, and then we're good. Like we're not having to fight a wall as much anymore. Let's get a tower here, tower here. We are pretty much going to just be able to put a nullifier down and call this one good. Might need a mortar, but looks like that was able to handle it. Interesting. Okay, I guess that's gonna hold. The stash unit, I'm not concerned with really at all. It's not gonna be able to do much. Not with as much creep as we're making. I don't know what that purple thing was, but it's all good. Alright, so I think we have enough coverage now. Let's build our nullifier. Looks like we have enough. We have anti-creep going all the way up that wall. Once we do that, we're really should be set. Let's get our turrets ready for this offensive. Let's get these set up. This is pushed back down enough, so let's get a nullifier going for it. I don't think we're going to have any creep that crests that, but let's just put that down just to make sure. We're nullified on that, which is great. So now, let's get all of our eggs destroyed. There it is. Perfect. We're going to move that missile launcher over just in case. I don't think it's really going to have much of a... I don't think the eggs are going to have much of an issue for us, but I'm not here to mess around anymore. Okay, cool. So yeah, as you can see, we're at 12k anti-creep. We're at 18k creep itself. So we are just about to cross over that wall where we're going to have more creep produced total, or more anti-creep produced total. But if we just clean up the rest of this, it's over for them. At that point, it would be pretty close to impossible to lose. I don't know if I'd go as far to say that we couldn't lose, but I'd have to make a serious throw. I would be confident destroying most of what I have after getting this wall completely taken care of. I guess getting rid of everything except like nullifiers, I don't think there'd be enough for these to build up and save itself. So I do not worry about that in the slightest. Let's get a pylon going just to make energy transfer a little bit faster. That's been nullified, so we're good there. Let's get these towers built up. If we can try to get this knocked down, it would be great. I don't have super high hopes that we're going to be able to cut in too fast, but we'll see what happens. I'm always down to be pleasantly surprised. I mean, honestly, with the amount of anti-creep that we have, we're really doing great there. We're almost completely captured spawning. So once again, we'll walk our turrets and our towers up. Get that last little bit. Move this up. Next thing we can do... honestly, I might be able to just capture this with one turret. Let's do two just to be safe. But if I get enough of this creep knocked out... That's unfortunate for us. Can we move those down and save them? Looks like it. Let's get our mortar set up over here. It should start helping us clear that out. And then boom, just like that, we have captured all of that spawning. This is going to start taking all of those eggs out, which will be great for us. But what we can do, let's just do a singulator. Let me show you. It's going to collect all of it into one pretty powerful spike. Let's knock a conversion in there. And that's going to insanely throw our anti-creep. It's going to go back down a little bit, but we did take a huge chunk out. With that, let's get a turret up here. I feel confident now putting him up here. It's going to be close. I don't think I should have picked him up. I think I should have kept him down. If we can hold that back, yeah, we're good on this. So we're going to get a few more towers set up. These are going marvelously. So let's get another nullifier down. Once this is knocked out, those eggs are going to start popping. But then after that, we're really going to have one emitter left. Let's also start nullifying that. Nope, keep pressing the wrong thing. Just to complete it, we're going to try to salvage that. Alright, perfect. 25k anti-creep, 2.5k creep. We have 10 times the amount. And really, all we had to do, we just had to get into this corner with anti-creep, with a sprayer. As soon as that started happening, that is what led to all of this growth. Like, as you can see, we have so much anti-creep coverage, and if I just let this go, it's going to eventually flood the entire map, and the entire thing will be this gray mist kind of thing. Very cool for us. Let's get these mortars set up here. We can connect our power line over. I really don't have to worry about anything over in this section anymore. But what we can do is we can just get our mortar set up to just start firing in. I want to just kind of push this back as much as possible. Get that turned off. Let's rain down real quick on it. Kind of show you guys what that does. It's less effective when there's nothing there. But it is a nice way to clear out large amounts of creep. Maybe in the next video we'll see that in a little bit more of an effect. But really, with that rain down, we should be able to get a nullifier on And once that's good, we're done. We're down to 124 creep. Let's see if we missed any patches. I see a little bit right there. Maybe it's just part of the map. Maybe that's just purple of the map, but I think it's a little bit of creep. We'll get this set up. Is he gonna fire on it? Maybe not. So we'll get him put down here. And as you can see, with that nullifier, it's going to knock out the last little bit of creep that we have there. All of that mesh is turned off. It's going to just burn itself out. And we are down to 0 creep total. So this is the map at the end. This is what we're dealing with. So we started right over here. As you can see, we had to get a lot of energy going, but we were able to cut up through, get anti-creep back here, and really just start to control the map back there. Got some nice refineries, but we just kind of left this by itself, mainly because we didn't have much we could have gained through here, just a good foothold. But overall, I'm very happy with this. This map was pretty fun to do. The skimmer factory, the way that it was set up on its perch and getting through here was a little bit difficult. But once you're able to kind of find out how it wanted you to work the problem, it became super fun. So overall, I did like this map. I am happy that you guys joined me for this. It was supposed to be a nice little chill session. Play through it real quick. Maybe you're watching this in a few months and you didn't have a chance to play it. That's the goal of this, is to just kind of give you guys an idea of what used to be out there. So honestly, thanks again for watching. If you want to see more like this, check out my channel, check out the series. But once again, I'm Underground Lantern. Thanks for stopping by.